We've been kindly given the new E220 AMG Line Auto from Mercedes to have a little look at. We'll start with the front end, for easiest place to start with. Brand new front end on the Mercedes. They're giving us a brand new grille and also new split headlights on the front. More sleeker, streamlined model on the front end for you as well, more definitive in terms of the grille on the front end, more vertical as well. Couple of options, multi-LED options on the headlights as well for you. And Mercedes do offer as an extra option. On the side of the vehicle, see 18-inch alloys on the Mercedes we have today. Also, one feature that we did notice on this particular model, it wasn't keyless entry, something we'll probably expect from Mercedes. It's just a bit more of the frills, a bit more of the luxuries, if you like. Okay, so moving on to the back of the vehicle, again, new rear end that's been given to this 220 model that's been released. Split rear tail lights as well. They do actually mimic the smaller A220 and also the CLA as well, so if they do look familiar, that's why. Boot itself, again, as mentioned with the keyless entry side of things, it is actually manual open, so it pops up spring loaded, but again, we just feel like we kind of expect those luxuries and little frills when it comes to a Mercedes vehicle coming into us, but again, sure, it's an optional extra as we got the spec as well. Plenty of boot space, very big boot. Everyone was really impressed with actually the size of the boot that came with the vehicle. One colleague got quite impressed with actually a full golf club set and also needed the pram in there as well. So again, she was very impressed with how big the boot was. Okay, so in the back of the E220, plenty of spacious room, I have to say. I mean, I'm over 6 foot personally. The driver's seat we purposely put in a position where it wasn't, it was about midway, so not even halfway actually. So plenty of space at the front of my knees. So if I wasn't designated driver, I wouldn't mind me sitting in the back of the vehicle. Not that I'm in the back of the vehicles too often these days, but certainly wouldn't be a complaint from me. Also, as a nice little feature, digital readout and aircon controls right in front for both right and left side passengers in the back. Nice little feature. Also, plenty of space in the doors for you for any of your belongings or little drinks, etc. There is a nice feature in the middle, armrest, as pretty standard these days, but also there is a separate partition that opens up, and additional cups come out, little fold out cup holders as well, if you are just really thirsty for your journey. Okay, so internally, really nice dash that the Mercedes presented in the E220. Full digital display across the dash, from the clocks right across to the infotainment system in the middle of the center console. Really nice big pixels, so you can pick up the images nicely. I think it went down well with the team as well in terms of the tech that the Mercedes had actually introduced and put on this vehicle. I personally found it really user friendly. Steering wheel, plenty of options on there to scroll through all the menus and options. On the right hand side, you do have the options to move through the clock menu, and also on the left hand side, it allows you to go through the infotainment system from your phone, navigation, to obviously connecting your phone, etc. as well. Really impressive I thought, it was really a nice touch. The actual menus and all the scrolling on the steering wheel itself was actually finger tracing, so you could actually just scroll through gently by stroking each of the menu options and select, and it would move through the dash rather than having to sort of take your hand away and move across, which was noted on occasions by one of the actual colleagues, that it was a little bit of a reach across at times to actually get onto the different options. But I think once you've mastered the actual finger scrolling, it was a real nice feature when you're driving to have that to hand straight away. Really nice touch points on all the actual switches for the for your windows, aircon as well. Also, there is a main menu and scrolling option in the middle of the center console if you did not want to use the actual steering wheel itself. So there is different options to use, and also it is touchscreen, so you have 3 different features there to look at and choose to your preference if one's a little bit too awkward to get used to. But I think overall it went down really well with the team. I was certainly impressed by it. I think with the way tech's moving forward, and kind of at the moment I am driving a VW Golf with a very similar system, it's kind of sold me on that as well. Also some nice features internally. You've got a nice lovely wood black finish inside as well, across the dash and down the center console as well. I think in the brand new E220 coming out next year, the actual screen does extend down the middle dash, so it will be a complete screen in the middle rather than having actually the dials, the aircon vents and the options in the middle. But again, it still was a nice finish as well. Some nice soft touch opening for the actual your coffee cups, etc. also, and the middle console as well as a nice little feature, nice and spacious for any bits and pieces you want to get in there, which everyone seems quite like as well. One feature that seemed to go down really well with the team, there is actually an option which we'll show you a bit more close up as well. There is an ambient light feature where you can change the mood and the mode of the actual vehicle. So just across the middle of the dash and on the feet when the car's running, which you may see on some of the videos we'll have, it can change the mood, the lights from different colours as you're driving if you wish, or as you interchange between the different modes. But it was a really nice feature that I think went down really well with the team also.
Done?
Yep. So driving performance of the E220, overall I have to say impressed, as you'd imagine from a Mercedes and premium brand and what they obviously deliver. Really nice smooth drive, lovely smooth with the automatic transmission we have as well. Had the pleasure of driving on all different types of roads the last day or two, A roads currently as we are at the moment, also some B roads. I travelled home last night and even motorway, and I must admit all performance, really nice and comfortable drives really well. A little bit of torque if you need it as and when. I mean, it's not obviously the top spec model at all in that respect, but if you do need it, it is there when requested as well. As I say, with the B roads, obviously different potholes and bumps as you get in those country lanes. Really nice smooth ride considering it is stiff. Wasn't massively noticeable, and it was comfortable to drive with. Was noted by one of our colleagues that the actual engine noise is a little bit loud. It's something that most of us haven't really noticed on, but I think also it was mentioned when the start kicks back in, and that can also be a little bit more maybe down to the diesel engine. That can sound a bit loud in that respect, but overall can't really fault it. Very comfortable, really nice performance which you'd expect, as I say, from the Mercedes badge.